It's week 1 of the NFL, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Bucs and the Vikings, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason has all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
The post-Tom Brady era starts now. It's the Bucs and Vikings underway to begin 2023. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Leading him out, the former Stanford man. At quarterback, it's Davis Mills.
And remember, when he came out of college, he left early. So a lot of people weren't really paying attention to this young man, but he's entrusted with a leadership role early in his NFL career and didn't shy away from it. His goal, continue to prove that there should have been one more quarterback that went in the first round of the 2021 draft.
Trenton Simpson, that is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's...
Oh, his first throw of the season is intercepted. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, CD, these two teams barely off the buses, and this defense already has a sack and now the interception and the pick six to take the lead.
Partner, you'd have to think that this was part of their game plan coming in, because they wanted to embrace an aggressive mindset and attack on defense. They were trying to force that quick miscue, and I would say their plan worked to perfection.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coach to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something, when you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about 00, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5. They go play action. Mills. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Looking to throw is Mills. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. That one goes for 30 yards.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year. And this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
Mills, and this throw finds Smith and Jigba. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one.
And he's going to go down, sacked right around the 17. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And, boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, what's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Nice.
Now Fields. There's Chris Olave. First down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
I know some guys, they love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 4. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Rolling to his right. He completes it to Olave. 23 yards, the final tally. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a low.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Jonathan Taylor. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers are able to extend their lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
And now out comes Minnesota. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10.
Mills to throw it.
A little short pass. This is Everett. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
A 1st down throw for Mills. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
Mills throw taken in there by Crowder.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a 1-score game if you can, and that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the 1st down.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Mills.
A little short pass. This is Everett. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a 1st down as he stopped at the 48. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive.
Perfect start to the season on their 1st drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods.
And quickly they get to the line.
On 1st down, Fields finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route.
25 yards there on the catch and run.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted.
Picked by Jeff Okudah.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Mills now looks to throw on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
2nd down, Mills.
He finds his man, complete. It's Grant. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Throwing, Mills. He finds his man, complete. That's Grant. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Mills now. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. After the incompletion, here now 3rd and 2. Mills again. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he will have a Vikings first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. This from 25 yards out. And his kick here is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
Here we go. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Fights through it. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Bucs offense set to begin this third quarter. Play action, Fields. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now a first down throw, Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
To throw is Fields. A short throw pulled in by Woods. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Fields on first down. letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
2nd and 10, Fields again. Catch made by Slayton. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. On play action, Fields. They'll roll him out right to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Mills can't get away, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick 6 from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Micah Parsons in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Play action. It's Fields on the move to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. Here we go. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. They'll try the left side with Taylor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down. Running left, Taylor. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Justin Fields. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. To throw, Mills. A little short pass. This is Everett. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Mills hit, and he loses the ball. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point. But being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Here we go.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 7. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. Rolling to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Vikings are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been... And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there, but like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
It doesn't help indeed. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Justin Fields. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bucs are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. And the football going back to the Vikings offense. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Mills now on 2nd down. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Micah Parsons able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Micah Parsons in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. First and 10, Taylor now. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go, son.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
Running straight ahead, and he lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it, and that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.